The year was 1955. A shroud of mystery descended upon the small, isolated community of Dyer Island. An island once known for its quaint charm and rugged beauty became synonymous with fear. A string of disappearances, each one more baffling than the last, shook the island to its core. 5 souls vanished, swallowed by the fog and the fear that gripped the island's heart. The islanders, once a tight-knit group, began to eye each other with suspicion. The isolation that had once been a source of comfort now felt like a curse. As the fog rolled in, so did the chilling realization: a killer walked among them. Dyer Island, a solitary sentinel in the vast Atlantic, was a place of stark beauty. Its isolation from the mainland gave it an air of mystery, a place where time seemed to stand still. The island was a world unto itself, untouched by the hustle and bustle of modern life. Jagged cliffs rose from the churning sea, their dark silhouettes stark against the often gray sky. These cliffs, carved by centuries of relentless waves, stood as silent guardians of the island, their rugged beauty both awe-inspiring and intimidating. The sound of the waves crashing against the rocks was a constant reminder of nature's power. Dense, ancient forests carpeted the island's interior, their boughs twisted by the relentless ocean winds. These forests were a labyrinth of gnarled trees and thick underbrush, a place where the whispers of the past could almost be heard. The mist that often enveloped the forest added to its mystique, creating an eerie, otherworldly atmosphere. The island's inhabitants, hardened by generations of life on the edge of the world, were a stoic and solitary people. Their weathered faces told stories of resilience and endurance, of lives lived in harmony with the harsh environment. They were a close-knit community, bound together by their shared experiences and the challenges of island life. The village, nestled in a sheltered cove on the island's eastern side, huddled close to the shore as if seeking protection from the wildness that surrounded it. The houses, built to withstand the fierce ocean storms, stood as testaments to the ingenuity and determination of the islanders. The village was a place of refuge, a safe haven amidst the untamed wilderness. A single winding road connected the village to the mainland, a lifeline that could be severed by the treacherous tides in an instant. This road, often perilous and unpredictable, was the only link to the outside world. It was a journey fraught with danger, but one that the islanders undertook with a sense of duty and necessity. This isolation, once a source of pride, became a breeding ground for fear as the disappearances began. The once tight-knit community was now gripped by a sense of unease, as one by one, villagers vanished without a trace. The island, once a place of stark beauty and resilience, was now shrouded in an air of mystery and dread. The question on everyone's mind was the same: what was happening to the people of Dyer Island? Dyer Island had always been a place of whispers and shadows. The island, with its dense fog and eerie atmosphere, seemed to hold secrets that were just out of reach, hidden in the mists that rolled in from the sea. Generations of islanders had passed down tales of the supernatural. Around the warmth of the fireplace, elders would recount stories that sent shivers down the spines of the young, tales of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena that had been witnessed over the years. Stories of lost souls wandering the fog-shrouded cliffs, their mournful cries carried on the wind. These spectral figures were said to be the spirits of those who had perished in shipwrecks or had met untimely deaths on the treacherous rocks below. Legends of a malevolent entity that dwelled in the heart of the island's ancient forest, preying on those who strayed too far from the safety of the village. This dark presence was said to be as old as the island itself, a guardian of its secrets, and a harbinger of doom for the unwary. As the disappearances on Dyer Island continued, these ancient tales took on a new and terrifying significance. The once bustling village began to empty, houses left abandoned as fear gripped the hearts of the remaining residents. What had once been dismissed as folklore now seemed to hold a chilling truth. Researchers and historians began to delve into old manuscripts and documents, seeking answers in the cryptic writings of the past. The islanders, their faith in reason shaken, began to wonder if the legends they had always dismissed as mere superstition were, in fact, terrifying premonitions. Gathered in small groups, they whispered of the old stories, their eyes wide with fear as they questioned what was real and what was myth. As night fell, the island took on an even more sinister appearance. The moonlight cast long, eerie shadows, and the sounds of the night seemed to echo with the cries of the lost souls. The islanders knew that the line between reality and legend had blurred, and the true nature of Dyer Island remained an enigma shrouded in mystery and fear. The first to vanish was Thomas Evans, an old fisherman, his weathered face as familiar as the tides themselves. He was last seen mending his nets by the docks, his pipe clenched firmly in his teeth. Then, young Mary O'Connell, known for her bright smile and even brighter future, disappeared on her way home from the village dance. Next was Samuel Blake, the lighthouse keeper, a solitary man who found solace in the rhythmic sweep of the light. The silence from the usually steadfast beacon was the first sign of trouble. Then, it was elderly Margaret Finnegan, her disappearance noticed when her beloved cats wandered the village, mewing forlornly. Section 5. 5 souls lost. A grim pattern emerges. 5 souls vanished. Each disappearance left the islanders more terrified than the last. The victims were a cross-section of the community, young and old, rich and poor, men and women. The only thing that connected them was their sudden and inexplicable disappearance. The authorities, initially dismissive, began to suspect foul play, but with no bodies and no leads, the investigation stalled. Fear and suspicion hung over the island like the ever-present fog. The islanders, once a tight-knit community, began to turn on each other, their fear fueling suspicion and distrust. Section 6. Shadows in the Mist. The elusive trail of the Dyer Island killer. The investigation into the Dyer Island disappearances was long and arduous, hampered by the island's isolation and the lack of physical evidence. The islanders, their nerves frayed by fear and suspicion, offered little help. Whispers and rumors spread like wildfire, but concrete leads remained elusive. One name, however, surfaced repeatedly: Caleb Thorne, a brooding, enigmatic outsider who lived in a secluded cabin on the island's edge. Thorne, a recluse who kept to himself, became an easy target for the islanders' fear and suspicion. But despite intense scrutiny, no evidence linking him to the disappearances was ever found. Section 7. A community scarred. The unhealed wounds of Dyer Island. The disappearances on Dyer Island cast a long shadow over the once peaceful community. The island, once a haven, became a place of fear and suspicion. The fog, once a familiar part of island life, now seemed to hold a sinister edge, concealing secrets that were too terrible to contemplate. Even after the investigations ended, the questions lingered. Who or what had preyed on the island's inhabitants? Were the disappearances the work of a human hand, or did they hint at something more sinister, something rooted in the island's dark legends? The answers, lost in the fog of time and memory, remained elusive. Section 8. The unanswered enigma. The ghosts of Dyer Island linger. This island, shrouded in mystery and fog, has been the subject of countless tales and legends. The air is thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional creak of an old swing set swaying in the wind. The Dyer Island disappearances of 1955 remain an unsolved mystery to this day. On a seemingly ordinary day, several residents vanished without a trace, leaving behind only questions and heartache. The local newspapers were filled with frantic headlines, and search parties combed every inch of the island, but to no avail. The case, cold for decades, stands as a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most idyllic communities. The once vibrant streets now lie deserted, and the houses once filled with laughter and life stand as silent witnesses to the past. Overgrown yards and crumbling facades tell a story of abandonment and loss. The ghosts of the vanished still haunt the island, their memories kept alive in the whispers of the wind and the ever-present fog. Some say they can see shadowy figures moving through the mist, hear faint voices calling out from the beyond, and feel an inexplicable chill in the air. The island is a place where the past and present seem to coexist, where the line between reality and the supernatural is blurred. Dyer Island stands as a chilling testament to the enduring power of the unknown. The weathered sign at the island's entrance serves as a grim reminder of its haunted history. Abandoned boats lie at the foggy shoreline, their owners long gone, adding to the island's eerie atmosphere. It's a place that draws the curious and the brave, those who seek to uncover its secrets and those who simply wish to experience its haunting beauty. A place where the line between reality and superstition blurs, and the answers to life's most unsettling questions remain forever out of reach. The thick fog that blankets the island seems to hold its secrets close, refusing to reveal the truth. The old, creaky gate that opens slowly in the fog is like a portal to another world, a world where the unknown reigns supreme. The dense forest, with fog creeping through the trees, adds to the sense of mystery and foreboding. The fog may lift, but the mystery lingers. Even as the mist dissipates, the island's secrets remain hidden, tantalizingly out of reach. The lighthouse, barely visible in the lifting fog, stands as a beacon of hope and a symbol of the island's enduring mystery. It is a place that continues to captivate and intrigue, a place where the past is never truly gone. And the question remains, are we truly alone in the vast expanse of this world, or do some mysteries remain forever unsolved, forever haunting our collective imagination? The starry night sky over the dark, empty island serves as a reminder of the infinite possibilities and the enduring allure of the unknown. The old, weathered book about mysteries and disappearances is a testament to our fascination with the unexplained, a fascination that keeps the ghosts of Dyer Island alive in our minds and hearts.